Good Saturday. It is September 20th, 2025. Been a long time since I did an update, and it's worth an update because we're going to see some changes. We have a high to our north, and it is trying to push some moisture onto us, and so it's going to make it a pretty cloudy today with an easterly wind bringing in moisture. We could see a shower or two, even though that's not really in the forecast. Pretty much cloudy, highs in the upper 70s. Same thing with tomorrow, pretty much the same forecast. Maybe a little less clouds, but highs up around 80, 82 degrees on Monday, around 80, 82 on Tuesday, around 80 on Wednesday, but a good chance of showers and storms Tuesday afternoon, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe even into next weekend based on what we're seeing here. So let's go forward here. We see this high to the north, still influencing with that easterly fetch. See here on the GFS now, it's showing quite a bit of rain trying to work its way into the area. We'll have to see if this comes true. If it is, we could have a wetter day tomorrow than it looks. And then as we move forward, continue to see chances of some showers. And that's good. I mean, we are in a drought still, even though some areas really got a lot of rain, and it probably moved us from a moderate to more of a low-end drought. But many are still in that moderate drought. So moving forward here, we see by Tuesday and then Tuesday afternoon, maybe some showers and storms are possible. And that's what you see here on the forecast. That'd be good. You know, we get some rain. Then it's on to Wednesday and Thursday. A chance of some showers and storms, but not a really strong chance. This high to the north is really going to fight, but that easterly flow is going to definitely keep us moist. And with a stronger easterly flow now, we should see temperatures drop off some as we get into Thursday and Friday just because of the cooler ocean breeze. Southerly winds are going to try to take over eventually into next weekend. And the potential is that by Friday we could get a better line of some showers and storms to move through here. Maybe a little bit of a reprieve as we go into Saturday. And then moisture again picking back up on Sunday of next weekend. So it could be kind of a wet weekend next weekend. Again, all good news for our drought situation. Not so good for outdoor. Next Saturday is the air show today. If you go out to where the circus is, was at Bealtown, Virginia. There's a hot air balloon festival, and that looks like it's going to be good. But next weekend, we'll be potentially fighting some cloudiness, so that could be a challenge for the air show, depending on what the ceiling looks like and things of that nature. Then as we move forward, it's really going to be a hard time getting this high to leave us. So they usually fetch, and the cooler conditions are there. But I do want to take note of this, a very strong low pressure in the middle part of Canada. This could bring again, cooler air into the United States. We'll just have to see. But it looks like the coolest shot of the season for northern areas. Could there be even lake effect snow and stuff out of this? I would not be surprised. At least a lake effect rain showers. But maybe it will mix with snow. We'll have to see. And then New England gets another shot of really cool air. That will also cool us off as a high slides down into our region. And maybe some of the coolest air of the season we'll have to look at. Okay, I've talked for a long time. Let's see what the temperatures look like over the next 10 days as far as anomalies. It's good to look at the 850 millibar height anomaly just because it gives a good visual as far as where we are. We're definitely above normal as we go throughout the weekend into next week. And then if we did not have that easterly fetch, we would definitely be warmer this week. Monday and Tuesday still look pretty warm, but then we get the easterly fetch. And even though the upper levels are pretty warm, the temperatures by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are going to be impacted by lower level winds and things, keeping the temperature a little bit cooler. Then there's this upper level low, which is what's going to help to bring back moisture into the region and make it a much wetter chances as we head into Thursday, Friday of next week, and then Saturday and Sunday of next week. And that's why we get the rain. And then eventually here, and the longer range, we're going to see the impact of this low pressure that comes down. First, though, the winds and the trajectory, this is a really hot spell up here in the north first before the low, if it comes true, really brings a hammer down and changes it from way above normal. And then look, as we head into the far off at the 850 millibar, here comes a low and a cool shot. Boom. So we go from a really hot, warm surge. I mean, this is crazy up in Canada that it's this warm. Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to do that. But I mean, we're talking like, 18, 20 degrees above normal in Canada. And then boom, on the heels of it, a drastic switch to much below normal temperatures into the Great Lakes, and that's going to spill over into our region as well. But it doesn't look like it's going to necessarily stick around. It'll be hard to see exactly how. This looks a little bit like an omega, but with the cooler air shifting down here to the south, it's going to have to push this on out of here. So kind of a weird pattern. Above normal as we start, and then turning kind of wet late in the week. That's going to help us potentially bring our temperatures back down. But then temperatures look like they're going to stay above normal for a bit, and then only way in the extent could they potentially cool down. And I think if we look at the forecast for the center, the Climate Prediction Center, we see that as far as their outlook as well. That temperature are pretty much going to stay above normal, pretty much countrywide, at least through the 14 days. It's after this period that we could see the cool down start to shift and at least hit us and bring us back to near normal, if not below normal. So I have to see. That's kind of what the temperatures look like. And that's what the forecast looks like. Have a good Saturday and awesome weekend into next week.